My name is Nicole Horne, and I am a sophomore at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, pursuing a career in wildlife ecology and management. I'm currently stationed at Niceta National Wildlife Refuge, located in central Wisconsin. The refuge was established in 1939 and occupies nearly 44,000 acres of wetland, forest, savanna, and prairie. I was born and raised in Shawano, Wisconsin, where I was exposed to the great outdoors at a very early age. I had unique opportunities growing up, primarily due to the fact that my dad was a game warden for the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources. This has allowed me to volunteer with dedicated employees in the natural resources field, sparking my passion for conservation. Throughout high school and college, I have been actively involved in clubs and organizations that have allowed me to utilize my interpersonal skills and learn new ones along the way. One of my favorite parts about college is my involvement with the fire crew at UWSP, where I'm able to help with prescribed burns for habitat management. My weeks at the refuge have also been filled with experiences that I feel I couldn't get anywhere else. Whether it be the abundant wildlife and beautiful sunsets, or the selfless employees that demonstrate what it is to be diligent and passionate, I have gathered so much information that has allowed me to grow in my own abilities. I look up to the refuge staff more than they know. I had no idea what to expect my first week at the refuge. It was a lot of information at once, but I quickly got the hang of it and established my role in this new workplace. Being surrounded by so many important staff members and hoping to be one of them someday is something that has taught me to stay on my toes. As a visitor services intern, I thought my summer would be sitting behind the front desk and interacting with visitors every day. But boy, was I wrong. My primary tasks include preparing and implementing interpretive programs that are open to the public. This means research, creativity, patience, and curiosity. I'm given a lot of freedom when constructing programs with just a topic to work from and examples from previous years. I feel so lucky to be able to work from my own program outlines, so that I am able to give the visitors a positive experience by demonstrating my own passion for and knowledge of that topic. I love my job because I'm able to gain new experience and educate myself prior to giving the programs. My favorite program so far has been the program on the Cardinal blue butterfly. I was not aware of how important the lupin is for their survival, or that it was possible for their eggs to make it through the winter because they're insulated by the snow. Another role that I play in Niceta is assisting and leading programs for summer school classes and field trips. I love watching the children learn new things, whether it be about migration, invertebrates, plants and animals, or simply how to be respectful of our wildlife. Their enthusiasm is contagious. Also, I enjoy working with other local groups, like the Garden Club, that come to the refuge for tours and interpretive walks. We all end up learning from each other, and I like to listen to older generations tell stories or share with me their own knowledge. When I first arrived at Niceta, the goal that I had set for myself was to learn how to give environmental education and interpretive programs. In a short time, I have not only learned how to deliver effective interpretive programs, but also how to design programs and identify pertinent information, promote environmental stewardship, use media to educate and promote, organize appropriate materials and objectives for education, and accommodate diverse groups. I have been taught that one of my most important duties is to instill a sense of wonder in our visitors while focusing on the needs of our wildlife. NCEDA's Visitor Services program focuses largely on environmental education and interpretation. The center serves as a resource to area communities and Wisconsin partner agencies. The refuge also gives the community a boost in tourism by drawing in guests as it is an international destination. NCEDA provides a sanctuary for wildlife and resources, as well as the exceptional promotion of school programs and opportunities for career development. Prior to this internship, I was not mindful of how important education is in natural resources. I have learned that nothing will come together without the proper planning, structure, preparation, positivity, and collaboration. I am honored to work in visitor services, teaching conservation to all different generations. On a daily basis, I actively promote the Big Six: hunting, fishing, wildlife observation, photography, environmental education, and interpretation. Visitors rely on me to know the answers to their questions, and I do my very best to ensure that I am the best resource that I can be. While most of my duties fall into public outreach and education, there is so much more. An additional opportunity that I have been able to take advantage of includes mourning dove banding, where I have learned how to age, sex, and band mourning doves under the guidance of our refuge manager and biotechs. With their mentoring, I am now entrusted to independently set and check the traps on the interior of the refuge, identify and band the birds, record my observations, and enter the data into a computerized database. I am thankful for this independent opportunity in the field to expand my knowledge and better understand research on bird migration. Being provided with ATV and UTV training has made me feel more confident in my safe operation of vehicles and gives me the opportunity to do more on the fire line when I assist with prescribed fires. Touring the International Crane Foundation has helped me better understand how partner agencies implement their own education and outreach programs. Riding along with a wildlife law enforcement officer has given me the chance to collect evidence, ask detailed questions, analyze behavior, familiarize myself with laws, and evaluate my career choices. Although I am not in school this summer, I feel as though I am participating in classes. By that, I mean that I have had educational opportunities to join professionals in the field, identifying birds, plants, and many other things. These last couple weeks, I have been able to break up my office time with Karner Blue Butterfly surveys, which encompasses walking GPS transects and recording the Karner activity in that specific location. I have learned more in the short time at the refuge than I have any other summer. Coming to NCEDA, I had some previous experience with wildlife and plant ID on a level where I would know a few plants and most animals on a nature walk. Now, I'm able to identify the majority of our common wildflowers that are blooming, most trees, a handful of plants, a variety of different birds, some different butterflies and other insects, and most mammals. I will utilize these learned skills in my years of education to come and my future career. Next summer, I will be attending a 6-week summer field experience to gain school credit, where my new knowledge of the environment will benefit me greatly. Every job has its challenges. I face mine when I spread myself too thin. I want to accomplish everything, and sometimes I need to remind myself to slow down. My supervisor and coworkers are good about making sure that I don't overwhelm myself with too many things by having weekly team meetings, balancing duties between interns, and reminding me that I have a say in what I'm able to take on. Working at NCEDA has taught me how to work with a variety of different people and how to communicate effectively with the visitors and the other employees. Working for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has taught me how to truly understand the mission statement. I have learned that it is crucial that we work together to accomplish our goals, especially when it involves protecting our wildlife and their habitats. Those connections are vital to the refuge's success. To preserve, protect, and enhance, there has to be education, especially for our endangered species. At Niceta National Wildlife Refuge, I was reminded that all animals have a purpose, such as the endangered whooping cranes and Cardinal blue butterflies that I come across on the refuge. My respect, knowledge, and passion for conservation has skyrocketed throughout my internship. I look at it in a whole new light. I have learned how to work in an environment of constant change, and I'm truly dedicated to contributing to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service as they help conserve natural resources for future generations. It is a privilege to serve. I have made the executive decision to pursue a career within the Department of the Interior, whether that be with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, National Park Service, or elsewhere. However, with my goals to educate the public, enhance the future of conservation, develop new research, and be a mentor to others who want to do the same, I feel that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is a good fit for me. I hope to continue gaining experience, especially with more hands-on field research, such as collecting, analyzing, and applying biological information. The one goal I most want to accomplish before the end of my internship with the service is to work with the Friends of Niceta to establish a Student Friends chapter at my university over the course of this fall semester. My advice for future interns: be confident in your abilities and learn from your mistakes. Great things don't come from comfort zones, so have an open mind and give it all you've got.